Hi, my name is Anne, and I just wanted a chance to talk about why I feel so strongly about blood donation, why I'm always trying to encourage people to give. Um, about 4 years ago, I became very ill, and doctors weren't sure why, but this went on for a very long time, about 6 months, where I was very sick, and eventually they realized it was a complication from a childhood surgery, and so they were able to do surgery again to correct it. But by this point, I had lost a lot of weight. I was under 100 pounds. I was very weak. But the surgery was successful. Um, I stayed in the hospital a few weeks for recovery, and then I went home. A couple of days after going home, I felt some extreme pain, like I had never felt before. And this went on for all day, about 12 hours, until I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't move. I couldn't hardly breathe. So my parents rushed me back to the ER, and they determined I had started bleeding internally at my surgical site. The problem with this is that because of some medication I'd taken earlier in my illness, my blood was unable to clot. So I had internal bleeding in an already very weakened state, and it was not going to stop on its own. And it's very difficult to remember this night because it was the worst moment of my life. I had never felt pain like that, physical pain, and I was terrified because I realized how severe the situation was and that wasn't going to get any better on my body's own. And I literally remember crying out to God and asking why He wouldn't help me survive this. And I felt just silence, but little did I know God was answering that prayer through blood donors, because that night they pumped me full of blood and blood products like platelets and plasma. I probably received over 20 donors worth of blood that night, and because of those people and because of their gift, I lived. It was still a long road to recovery, but it gave my body strength to fight, and it provided me something that I couldn't do on my own. And I believe that God moved through those blood donors that night. And so this happens all the time. Those people have no idea who I am, and they're just blood donors. Who knows why they donated or when they donated? But they have no idea that they saved my life that night. And people do it every day. This is a gift that you make, and you have no idea the impact you're going to make on someone's life. And it's selfless, and it's simple. And I think that I feel very strongly that if it's something you can do, it's a gift that needs to be given, because you can bless so many people who you'll never meet. And so I strongly encourage people to give. And if you're not able to give, because many people aren't for medical reasons, please encourage others to give. And I hope that you will use me as a face of someone who's received blood and been blessed by that, and be encouraged to give and save a life, because you really never know whose life you're going to save by giving blood. Thank you.